Good morning. Thanks for joining me. We do have some news about the game. Quite a few things came out last night, and before I went to bed, I was able to catch the information on the 2-time summoning event with the 10 times twist. So if you're not on my Discord, look down below. You'll know this information immediately. This was 12:39 a.m. my time. I should have been sleeping when it came out. We have the 2-time sacred event. We already knew about that. 6% chance to get a legendary. During the event, it's a 12% chance to get a legendary, but we do have a 10 times twist for 48 hours to get Galicia's Soul Guide. Let me know if I said her name correctly or not. We'll go over her briefly. She's a pretty unique champion, one of the coolest looking champions in the game. I also am doing a second video today on Fire Knight 25 and All Epic Speed Team. I know the event for Fire Knight with All Epics is about to leave, but this team is really good. I mean, really good, really fast. I talked about this team in yesterday's video, and then new on my Discord threw Armstrong in there and is doing an amazing fast time for All Epics on Fire Knight 25. Check the video out if you want to get a faster runtime on that. Raid is giving us another warning in this post right here about Faction Wars. The new faction, Shadowkins, is going to be added, and if you don't have your Lydia yet, get her. Get it done if you can, guys. They're going to change the way that we get Lydia, and I don't think it's going to be for the better for anyone. They're not going to keep it the same requirement, which is really sad. And they're saying that if you have your Lydia, like if you have access to get your Lydia and you haven't yet, they're going to force it onto you. When they change the requirements to get the new Lydia, whatever it's going to be, they're going to put it in your mailbox or maybe into your roster. So if you want to select it now, go ahead. If you're waiting, they're warning you, saying that if you're waiting for an event to summon her, that it's going to be forced on you. They didn't give us an exact date yet, but just keep that in mind. And if you haven't gotten your Lydia yet and you're close, please do it. She is such an amazing champion. Get that done. Let's go look at this new one here. Just a thing of art, really, is what it is. I mean, that's why we play the game. It's such beauty in this game sometimes. This champion is pretty unique, and I don't know if a lot of people are using her or not. I know originally when she came out, we were thinking about Warlord teams and Arena. Whenever an enemy tries to put either this champion's skill or an ally skill on cooldown, you placed a freeze debuff on that enemy. We also have a 50% chance to deny the cooldown increase effect. My Warlord would be frozen. Each of the enemies that he tries to put their skills on cooldown has a 50% chance not to be put on cooldown, and this freeze debuff cannot be blocked or resisted. So we don't need accuracy for this effect, and if they have block debuffs up, I'm pretty sure this is still going to go up. I don't think she's being used in that fashion though, but let me know if you are in top platinum and you've used her before. Is she really effective in that role? We do need accuracy to apply this freeze. It's an 80% chance to do an AoE freeze. We get block debuffs up on our allies. It's on a 4-turn cooldown. Here she's going to do an AoE attack with a weaken effect and then only steal 1 buff on enemies under freeze. And then here she does a debuff spread, but again, it's only a debuff spread if the enemies are under freeze. Also applies a debuff spread effect, taking 1 random debuff from the target and placing it on all enemies under a freeze debuff. This would be really cool against the Hydra, but we can't freeze the Hydra boss. This one stealing, we can't steal from the Hydra boss because we can't freeze them again. And we've got block debuffs for 2 turns on a 4-turn cooldown, which is fine. She's just got limited uses, I feel. I love this lead as well. This is always a strong lead. I just don't know exactly where I'd use her. We don't need her in Doom Tower waves because we've got that locked down with free-to-play champions, really. Doom Tower with free-to-play champions, we've got it on lock. She can help you there. I'm not saying that she's bad for anything in particular. I just don't know where I would really use her. But we're going to find out because my buddy Deadbolt is going to let me use her today, and I'm going to get a video out on her and see what we can do. It is time to see what's happened in the last 24 hours. StewGaming came out with a cheat engine video. If you haven't checked this out, go see it. He doesn't even know how to drink coffee. I mean, his cup is upside down. Something's wrong with that bald man. Ash came out with a video on Kale, the best Kale build for 2022. Kale's best build has always been a lifesteal gear along with a focus set or a perception set. That has not changed since 2019. It is the best starting champion in the game. Fight me if you disagree. Let me know down below why you would pick another starting champion. It's impossible. Kale can be your arena nuker, he can be your clan boss damage dealer, and it's not just those, since he can do everything all the others can do. It's that he can beat Dragon 13. The progression in this game is to do campaign, to do Minotaur, and then to beat Dragon 13. To get 5 and 6 star gear, from there, you move up in Dragon and you can do anything in the game. You branch out from there. It is the progression of the game. There is no other progression. That's how it's done. So get your Kale and a lifesteal gear along with your accuracy set, and you'll be able to beat the dragon, and you can build him tanky. But if you want to build him offensive, he can be your farmer. He can even be your farmer tanky. It'll just take a little longer. He can do Minotaur for you. He can kill people in arena, just like the rest of them. But the poisons are what we need to beat the dragon, especially progressing. And if you're not lucky pulling something amazing, then it's always Kale. Anyways, let's go on to the next one and see what we have. Mad Capper talking about the cheat engine or cheating in general. I don't condone cheating, guys. I never have. I hate cheaters. I don't know why people would cheat in Call of Duty. I don't know why they would cheat if I'm playing them in Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Samurai Showdown, Killer Instinct, all the games I used to love to play. I don't like cheating at all. So just make sure you realize that. Cheating is not something cool to do in the game if you're cheating. I mean, just like, why do it? I don't understand playing a game and cheating. And Mad Capper is talking about that in a Mad Capper way, I'm sure. Hell Hades did a video on Torture Helm soloing Dragon 20. Now, this was an old strategy done a couple years ago, and we're having, I mean, this is how it is. We have to rehash old stuff in the game. There's nothing going on. We need to rehash everything, and it's good to see this because a lot of you out there who are playing the game now weren't playing back then. So let's bring in all this stuff that we did back in the day that was cool and fun. It's good for videos. It's really good for that. Check that out if you haven't seen it yet. Big Dave is doing a secret room video, which you need all rare champions, attack-based champions for. I have a stun set on my Soulbound Bowyer. I do have him, Berserker, I believe, in a Relentless set, though I don't think that matters, just doing some damage. It's a pretty hard room, but it's much easier now. So if you need some guidance on that room, go check out Big Dave. I don't even know Joey B. I don't know Big Dave, to be honest with you, either, but they've got some shard summons. Let's go down here to some other things. I didn't look over videos today, like actually watch them. There wasn't a lot that happened, but it's cool to see what's going on. I mean, this is what I do every morning. Easy Budget Team. Layla, how you doing? Good to see you. Budget Team for Nether Spider using Elhain. That's pretty interesting. I don't know what Elhain's doing. This isn't Dark Elhain. Either one, they're doing AoE attacks, so I don't know if she's killing the spiderlings. Pretty cool watch. Go check that out with Layla. J Gigs is doing its Free to Succeed time to 3-star Nightmare campaign. I'm sure that's pretty interesting to watch on his free-to-play account. I don't know how strong his free-to-play account is. You never know. You know, they're always hit or miss. You could have a super strong free-to-play and get really lucky, or you could just have really bad luck and be struggling on your free-to-play. This one is cool. J Gigs was actually the first one to come out with a 10 times announcement and beat Hell Hades by, I think, 14 minutes, which is actually pretty cool. Yeah, somewhere around 14 minutes, beat Hell Hades from posting. That's a pretty good feat. J Gigs is on top of his game right now. We have MTG Jedi coming in with challenge accepted Raid Shadow Legends. I actually didn't watch this. I'll have to check it out. I don't know what the challenge is. Maybe to pull her this weekend on the 10 times summoning event. He always comes out with clever ways to say things that are happening to make you think, I want to click this and see what's going on. Good on him. YST and Ash doing a video together. YST has contacted me quite a few times. Really cool dude. And it's awesome that they're doing an ugly but great video. This is a really cool, clever idea for videos. Like I said, not a lot going on. This is really good content here to see these two collab and talk about ugly champions in the game. Poor old War Mother. Here's Hell Hades talking about the champion that we talked about earlier for the 10 times summoning event. I'm sure he's got some good insight into that. Mad888 Gaming, 2 champs, Spider 25. If I had to guess the 2 champs, it could be anybody with Tyrant Lamore along with Miscreated Monster. It could be Tyrant with... Honestly, Tyrant can solo. We've done this before. We've soloed with just Tyrant Lamore. So I'm wondering, it could be a lot of champions. I mean, it could be people who are stunning. It could be champions who are freezing. It could be just support champions that give mass amount of shields. There are a lot of champions we could bring with Tyrant to solo this content. We do have Murder Inc. coming in and talking about speed hacking is not cool and going over what happened with Boomer. With Boomer and the guild and how he does not want anybody to do that in Arena. Nobody does. Nobody wants anybody to cheat in Arena, and we hope that it does not happen anymore. And still, I don't know if there's proof that it did happen. It was just going over the icon and whatever else. So let's hope that eventually that's just a page in our history and we won't ever have to worry about this kind of stuff happening again. Who knows? Time will tell on that one. League of Chaos coming in with a free-to-play auto 3-star team for Faction Wars 21 Sacred Order. Scratch. So Scratch is talking about the news for the Faction Wars and what the new Faction War is going to be like. I didn't look at this video again. I just didn't really watch videos this morning. It's been I slept in. I stayed up way too late and I slept in. But it's about the Faction Wars. We know it's changing. We know it's gonna not be as good, I'm sure. We'll just have to wait and see. Get your Lydia done if you haven't. And if you're waiting to summon your Lydia, they're gonna force it on you. YST again coming in with the Faction Wars 21 Shadowkins to help you out, or this is the news about it. Same stuff. Scratch with the best champions for your team for Hydra Boss. He's going over, I did watch this one briefly. He's going over all the teams in his clan for each of the difficulties of the Hydra Boss. They've got them all unlocked. They're doing damage on all of them. So they're showing you all the top clans teams that they're using. Every single one of them. Not going into great detail maybe, talking about them for sure, but showing you each of the team comps. So if you need ideas on how to beat the Hydra Boss, there's tons of teams there to check out. Chofly talking about the news again. Same stuff that we're all talking about. Huge boost here with Triaku on his free to play. I don't know if I think that's Magistrate, not Apothecary. If it's Apothecary, yeah, awesome boost for sure. King of Fear. Cold Brew is coming in with a Masha-led video showing you the fears. Now, I do know that he showed Masha-led and Arita in this video when I skimmed through it, and he showed Masha-led in Fire Knight 20 with 3 Cold Hearts and 1 Ghostborn. And instead of bringing in somebody to just nuke down the waves, he wanted to show you King of Fear. So he's showing that. He's showing you go through there. I do have a really cool video with Masha-led, no fears involved, doing speed runs in Fire Knight 25. He's really good for that along with the Seer because he gives so many buffs. It's a really fast run, but using him in the fashion of just taking advantage of what he can do. Not only the damage, the fears, and he's really good on the Hydra Boss too, Masha-led is. He puts out so many fears, it really does lock the enemies down. People have used Masha-led in doing Doom Tower waves. They've used him in the fashion that you're going to see Cold Brew do. It's really good. He's a very high top tier strong champion. That's the show. Let me know your favorite parts down below. Thank you all so much for joining me. Please subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you all in the video soon.